By the end of this video, you'll know how to turn on your feminine energy to transform every aspect of your life. I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful changes that will help you attract more of what nourishes you, including getting the love and freedom you desire, achieving the success you've been dreaming of, and finding the happiness that you long for, and so much more. But here's a warning. Skipping even one of these changes could be the reason this doesn't work for you. So if you're ready to take back of your power and stop being emotionally controlled by others, let's get started. The feminine does not try to control life. Instead, she opens to the fullness of her heart and soul and trusts that life will flow in perfect harmony. So I remember a time when I felt completely disconnected from who I really was. I was trying to be everything for everyone, chasing goals that didn't even feel like mine. And you know what? I was exhausted, constantly pushing, constantly fighting an uphill battle. Then something shifted. I stopped fighting and I started flowing. I realized I had been living entirely in my masculine energy, always striving, always doing, always chasing. But when I started tapping my feminine energy, things began to change. I stopped chasing and I started receiving. My relationship improved, my confidence grew, and I felt at peace. Feminine energy changed every aspect of my life. The masculine energy we often lean into is like a tool for survival, designed to get us from point A to point B. But thriving, living fully, comes from balance, from allowing the feminine energy work alongside it, naturally without forcing outcomes. As Rebecca Campbell once said, there's a deep feminine wisdom that knows when to push and when to yield. Lean into it and life begins to flow. The changes I'm sharing with you today aren't just about feeling better. They're about true transformation. Feminine energy isn't passive or small. It's a powerful force that can reshape every aspect of your life. So when you're in touch with this energy, you stop fighting the current and start flowing with it. You become magnetic. You start living in alignment with who you truly are. When you stop pushing and start allowing the right people, right opportunities, and experiences flow into your life. So the first change is embrace receptivity. The first shift you'll experience when you turn on your feminine energy is the ability to truly receive, not just compliments or gifts, but opportunities, love, and abundance. Feeling without like you always have to earn them. We live in a society that values doing over being. But when you open yourself to receiving, life begins to flow through you instead of constantly pushing it. I had a friend who was hustling nonstop to grow her business, feeling guilty even about taking breaks. She thought she had earned every bit of success through hard work, and I encouraged her to practice small acts of receptivity, like accepting compliments without deflecting. In just a few weeks, her energy shifted. She started attracting the right clients and business opportunities without all the hassle. So in a world that celebrates constant doing and achieving, we often forget the value of being. Receptivity isn't about waiting ideally. It's about aligning yourself with the energy of abundance and trusting that the universe will meet you halfway. As Brené Brown once says, the art of receiving is as important as the art of giving. Both are acts of love. So when you allow yourself to receive, you become a magnet for what you desire. You stop chasing success and love with desperation, and you start allowing them to come to you effortlessly. So here's something you need to try. Take just 5 minutes each day to practice being open to receiving. Whether it's accepting a compliment, a kind word, or simply seeking gratitude for what's already present in your life. Notice how your energy shifts when you let go of earning and embrace the receiving. The second change is trust your intuition. Feminine energy is deeply connected to intuition. Have you ever had a gut feeling about something but ignored it because it didn't make logical sense? We've all been there. But your intuition is your superpower. As Albert Einstein once said, the intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. So turning on your feminine energy means trusting that quiet voice inside you, even when it goes against conventional logic. Don't get stuck to analysis paralysis. Listen to your instinct. They're often more aligned with your truth than any external advice. So intuition often whispers when the noise of world gets too loud. When you cultivate stillness and listen to that inner voice, you begin to navigate life with a compass that's true to you, rather than following external expectations or pressures. So here's something to reflect on. Think about a time when your intuition guided you to a decision that worked out better than expected. What if you allowed yourself to trust that inner voice more often? Your intuition is not a fluke. It's a direct line to your deepest knowing. So when you trust your intuition, you stop wasting energy second guessing yourself. Your decision become aligned with who you truly are and life flows more effortlessly. The third change is prioritize self-care and nurturing. Another key aspect of feminine energy is nurturing, not just others, but yourself. Many of us had been conditioned to feel guilty about taking time for ourselves, but nurturing yourself is essential. So this can be as simple as creating a morning routine where you meditate or you do your journal. It's about bubble baths, though those are great, but it's about replenishing your energy so you can show up fully for others and for your own life. So self-care is not indulgence, it's preservation. It's the conscious decision to replenish yourself so that you can give to the world from a place of wholeness rather than depletion. So I once worked with a woman who cared for everyone around her, but was running out on empty. She resisted the idea of taking just 10 minutes every morning for herself, thinking she didn't have the time. But once she did, her energy transformed. She had more patience, more energy, and was able to give more because she'd finally started giving to herself. As L.R. Nost says, taking care of yourself doesn't mean me first. It means me too. So remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. When you nurture yourself, you attract more of what nourishes you, whether that's love, success, or happiness. So try creating a small self-care ritual just for you, whether that's a quiet morning coffee, journaling, or simply taking a 5 minutes to breathe deeply. It doesn't have to be grand to be powerful. So the fourth change is embrace vulnerability. Feminine energy is vulnerable. It's raw, real, and sometimes messy. But vulnerability is where connection happens. When you show up as yourself, your true self, without the mask, you give others permission to do the same. So, as Brainy Brown once said, owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest things we'll ever do. A close friend of mine seemed to have it all together, never showing her struggles. But one day, she opened up to me about her fears and insecurity. It was raw and real. That moment deepened our friendship because she allowed herself to be seen. So, vulnerability is the birthplace of connection. When you remove the armor and let others see the real you, fears, imperfections, and all, you invite deeper, more meaningful relationship into your life. So, here's a suggestion. Try practicing vulnerability in a small, safe ways. Share something real in a conversation or express your authentic feelings without fear of judgment. Vulnerability is strength, and the more you practice it, the more confident you'll feel in your own skin. So, when you embrace vulnerability, your relationship deepens and you start attracting people who truly get you. The fifth change is surrender and let go of control. Feminine energy thrives in surrender. This doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of the need to control every outcome. As Eckhart Tolle once said, sometimes letting go is an act of far greater power than depending or hanging on. So I know someone who was always trying to make everything in her life perfect. But no matter how hard she tried, happiness seems out of reach. When she started practicing surrender, letting go of control and trusting the process, life began to flow. Opportunities appeared in unexpected ways and her relationship improved. Control is an illusion. When we surrender, we aren't giving up. We are allowing life to surprise us in ways that our limited vision could never predict. Surrendering is about creating space for miracles to enter. So, here's an exercise for you. Think about an area of your life where you feel stuck or overwhelmed. What might happen if you let go of your need to control that outcome? Trust that surrendering creates room for possibilities you may not say yet. When you stop controlling everything, you create space for miracles. Life becomes expansive and full of possibilities when you let go. So before you fully dive into turning onto your feminine energy, be mindful of these common traps. Thinking feminine energy is passive. It's receptive, not passive. It's about allowing things to flow, but you still take action, just from a place of trust and not force. Second is neglecting your boundaries. Feminine energy is rooted in self-respect. Stay open, but honor your boundaries. Say no is a powerful act of self-love. Overthinking, the feminine energy tries to flow, but when you overanalyze, you block that flow. So get out of your head and into your heart. Turning on your feminine energy isn't about changing who you are. It's about coming home to yourself. It's about embracing the parts of you that knows how to flow, knows how to receive and trust. And remember, this is a journey. It won't happen overnight. But with practice, everything will begin to shift. The love, the success, the happiness, it's all waiting for you to unlock that door. And the key is your feminine energy. So the most powerful thing a woman can do is become her own source of love, power, and healing. Every day is a new chance to reclaim your power and step into that life that's meant for you. Feminine energy is already within you. It's simply waiting for you to embrace it. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Please hit like, share it with someone who needs this, and don't forget to subscribe. Remember, you are powerful. You are enough, and everything you need is already within you. Take this journey with me and let's transform together. If you want to learn about the power of letting go, you should watch this video here. Thank you so much.